Our first guest this morning is certainly making waves in the entrepreneurship space. He'll tell you it's ecopreneurship, by the way. He's on a mission to create a more sustainable future for the island he proudly calls home. Joining us for our Caribbean check-in is Eco Carib's co-founder, Danelle Flores. Good morning, Danelle.
Good morning. Morning. How are you?
I'm good, and it's good to have you on the show. But before we get into Eco Carib, tell me a little bit about your background and the community that you grew up in.
Yeah, of course. So I actually grew up in an area in St. Lucia called Marsha. It's pretty much not the best area to grow up in, but it was what I called home for quite some time until I moved into the suburbs in St. Lucia. But essentially, it's something that is really dear to my heart because it reminds me of like the low-income homes in Jamaica. So it's very relatable to that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a regional thing, I believe. But I find that, like you, there are a lot of young men and women who've come from areas like that. And with focus and determination, they're making big waves across the region. So here you are on your path to ecopreneurship. It was the first time I ever heard that word. What is this love that you have for the environment? Where did it come from?
Yeah, so the crazy thing about it is that I actually started off my journey in engineering. So I was doing EPC work, that's engineering, procurement, and construction. So pretty much we're responsible for blowing up mountains, dealing with dirty diesel trucks and developing roads, bridges, and large-scale commercial properties. But I was like, you know what? There must be something better, and there must be something cleaner, because what we're doing is great, but I want to create impact as much as possible. And this is what drove me into ecopreneurship, which was green energy, renewable energy specifically, and electric vehicles.
How important is that, Danelle, to us here as small island developing states? Because, we talk about environment a lot and sustainability, but for us, it really, really means something serious for our everyday existence.
Yeah, it does, because the thing about it is that energy is at the heart of economic growth in any country. And for us in the Caribbean, we pay so much for electricity. In some countries, it's 3 times the rate of what the US pays for electricity.
Wow.
And it really has a direct impact on the economic growth of not just our businesses, but our entire economy and the households as well. So it's something that we really take to heart. And that is really what drove me into this space as well. Because I know once I'm in energy, I can branch into any other area thereafter, because energy is at the heart of it.
Yeah, you call it green energy.
I do.
Yes. But for the folks who might be saying green energy, what's that? Tell me a little bit more about the term.
Green energy is any type of renewable energy, whether that be from solar, renewable energy, which a lot of people are familiar with. It can be wind. It can be geothermal energy. It's pretty much energy that comes from natural resources as much as possible. And it's an energy that is renewable. So it's something that can constantly come from like natural surroundings, and it's more sustainable than dealing with dirty diesel or things of that sort. Now, another great thing about renewable energy is that it's dynamic. So you can couple it with different things, whether that be for current processes in oil and different methods to make it cleaner. So it's a great way to look at it, and it's a great perspective to have on green energy as a whole.
Yeah, and you're not only doing that in St. Lucia, there are other Caribbean countries that you have extended this kind of knowledge and support to. Are we all on the same page across the region, or when you travel from country to country, do different countries have different concepts about it? Are some a little bit slower than others?
I mean, we will get that because it's the Caribbean. The Caribbean is diverse. Everybody has different opinions. And for me, what I've seen is that primarily we're all trending towards the same goal, which is good. I've been in this space for a decade, and I've seen the transition from where nobody knew what an electric car was to now electric cars are becoming ubiquitous. So it's something that's really growing. I mean, in different places in the Eastern Caribbean, they're faster than us. For instance, Barbados is moving quite fast. The French Caribbean is actually moving incredibly quickly as well.
Wow.
And what we're trying to do is use this information that we got from them as a catalyst to help other countries in the Eastern Caribbean develop as fast as possible.
So what advice would you give to budding entrepreneurs that, I mean, it might be a little bit more different. Well, maybe not. There may be people who have already set up systems, and so it means a reworking of what already exists. They may have the capital. But what are you saying to young entrepreneurs who now have an opportunity to start off in green energy?
So I would say the internet is your best friend. Use the information that you can find. Because when I was just getting started, this was a new area. And there weren't even many university degrees on renewable energy. So I actually had to use every single social media. And this was something that was very important to me. And this was something that really helped me increase my knowledge and know-how in the sector. And of course, working in the sector, doing internships. You don't have to do everything for money when you just get started. Because when I started, I actually worked for free or commission-only basis with a green tech firm. So that really helped me increase my knowledge. And now I can see everything. I can see the policy. I can see the finance. I can see the engineering. So it makes a great way for you to start off.
Yeah, I find your journey to be actually so interesting, Danelle, because you ventured in an area, as you said, that many of us were not as aware. And one of the things that you did was you established, I'll call it your university on YouTube, to bring everybody up to speed to where you were, so that it would make it easier. I'm saying, as an entrepreneur, that's so cool. Don't start a business and say, well, people don't know about it. I'll stop until they do. What inspired you to do that? To not just be providing a service, but provide knowledge as well about green energy?
Yep. So every single room that I entered, I realized that there was always a gap in some area, whether that be from the policy standpoint, the finance standpoint, the technical aspect. So I was like, you know what? I want to be the go-to guy for everything renewable energy in the Caribbean. So I want to be able to have conversations with an engineer in the morning, a politician in the afternoon, and also a banker in the evening. And to always be the person who is known in the sector to teach and to educate as much as possible, because people need to understand how everything works together. And that's something that I specialize in. And not just helping them understand it, but actually showing them the processes in which they can implement to make it all work.
Thank you so much. Guys, there he is at Danelle Florius. You can check him out on social media. He's also on YouTube, Facebook, and you can go to the EcoCarib website. There's so much information there about green energy that you'll find interesting. Thank you, Danelle, for speaking with us this morning.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
We didn't even get to talk about some food from St. Lucia, man. You got to come back and we'll do some of that.
Gosh, I will.
All right, that was EcoCarib's co-founder, Danelle Florius, and the Great St. Lucia Jazz Festival. Oh my gosh, there you go. Our Caribbean check-in for this week.